Hey, thank you for joining me on the mat today. The whole sequence will be in hands and knees, and then we'll move on the back for a cool down and a bit of stretching. If you need padding for your knees, have a blanket or a pillow with you. I have two assistants with me today, one there and the other one over there. We're going to start, as I said, in hands and knees. Taking a moment to find that stability in your hands. Index fingers pointing forward, slightly gripping the mat, pushing the floor away. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Most of our exercises today will be two sides. So expect to spend maybe 15 to 20 minutes with me. Let's start by sliding the left toes back. When we do this, we tend to put a lot of weight onto the right side, onto the right knee. So shift some of it onto the left hand and then lift the left leg up. All our exercises today will be about 12 reps each. Keep the spine in a neutral position and pull the belly button towards the spine so you feel supported. And now flexing the toes, so they're towards the floor and towards you, basically. We're gonna squeeze the heel towards the bum. So that's 1, 2. And imagine you're resisting the movement, both in and out. So the hamstring muscle will work a little bit more. Halfway. 8, 9. Keep the back of the neck long so you're looking down towards your mat. 2 and 1. Lower the leg and you lower down on the forearms. It's a nice little break for the shoulders. And now you have your elbows underneath the shoulders. And now we're going to lift the leg as high as you can. Still keep the spine in a neutral position. You want the movement to come from the hip, not from the back. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one more, the leg is straight and active. The muscles are engaged. Bring the knee back in. Bring yourself back on the hands. And now moving to the other side. Take a moment to find a position. If you need to have your hands a little bit wider to give you more stability, please take that option. However, you want your elbows drawn back. The biceps are facing each other and not towards the back. Lift that leg, flex the toes, and going for 1, 2, 3, 4, abstain. Some weight onto that right hand. 6, squeezing in and squeezing out. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Lower the leg, lower the forearms. And now 12 lifts and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. And 12. Lower the knees. Okay, sit on your heels for 2 breaths to recover. even though you're not directly working the shoulders, because we're in hands and knees, we're getting to the shoulders too. Let's go back into it. Still working this area here. Going for hydrants, and I'm going to give you 2 options. One is to keep the knee exactly in the same position where it is. You're just bringing the knee out and then back in without touching the floor. You can touch the other knee, but not the floor. So that's one option. Option number 2 is to extend the leg as you lift, lower the leg, lift again, bend, and bring it back in. I'm gonna stick with that version, and we're going for 8 reps on this one. So let's go for 5 more. 4 more. Trying to get the muscles of the hip from all sorts of angles. I have 2 more. And last one. And release and change sides. Gonna face you on this one just so you can see it from another angle. So I have my right side now. Out, extend, lower, lift, bend, and back in. That's 2. 6 more, and they are not easy. So if you just feel the need to stop and give your bum a nice massage, then you're doing it right. Last 4 here. Last 3. 2. And 1. Release. Big breath in. And big breath out. Don't know if you're noticing, the dog is running in her sleep. Something that she likes to do. Back into hands and knees. And again, for this one, I'm gonna give you a couple of options. Going for bird dogs. And it can be as simple as sliding the toes and the opposite fingertips forward and then sliding them back in. Here you want to focus on your core, on your belly button, squeezing in. Imagine you're wearing a corset and you keep it tight. You still have to be able to breathe, but you feel supported and stable. You're not moving side to side. So that's option number 1, simply sliding. Option number 2 is to lift. So it's opposite hand, opposite leg. And option number 3, lift them up. And then as you come back in, you connect your elbow to your knee and not lower on the ground at all. Okay, let's start with the left one. So pick the version you want and let's go for 10 reps on each side. So I'm starting with the right leg, left arm, lifting, and then crunching it. Inhale to extend, exhale to crunch it in, 8 more. 7. As you extend, the back goes into neutral. As you come forward, you round. Last 4. Keep it controlled. 3, 2, and last one. Always feels nice to put everything back down after bird dogs. Let's do the other side. Again, 10 reps. Find your position, stability, core in, and let's crunch it in for 1 and 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6, 7. If in the same amount of time you get less reps, that's fine. Focus on form rather than the speed and the number. Last one. And lower. Let's give the shoulders a break before the last exercise. And yes, we only have one more. Big breath in and big breath out. I feel a little bit of sweat as well. Heart rate went up, which is also a really good thing. And my shoulders and hips definitely worked. Okay, last exercise before our cool down and stretching. Coming back on your hands, slide the left toes back and have the heel over the toes. Bring the right hand behind the head. And what you're gonna do is try to connect your right elbow with the left elbow. Back in. Crunch it in across the body. Let's go for 12. That's number 3. So it's elbow to elbow. 4, 5, 6, halfway. 7. As you come back, have your chest square in. 8, 9, and 10. You should feel it in your upper back, middle back. One more. It's a twist. And then lower. Other side. So now it's the left knee that's down, right leg back, left hand behind the head, and it's elbow to elbow. 2. Just gonna turn around for a visual. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Sitting on your heels, let's stretch the wrists. Bring your hands together and let's roll. One direction and then switch. Bring the back of the palms together. Breathe here for 3. I hope you feel like you've done something. And release. Come on your back. Right ankle on top of the left knee. right knee away from you, and then bring the left foot up. Hold the back of the left thigh, flex your toes, 5 breaths here. Gently release, switch sides. 5 breaths. Slowly release. Have your feet as wide as the mat. And take them side to side, side to side. Next time when you're going towards the right side, pause there for 3 breaths. Adjust your feet in a way that allows you to relax into the pose. I had to shift them a bit more to the left. Knees back up. Let's keep going a few more times, side to side. And then we're going to stop to the left. Same thing. Adjust your feet if you need to shift your hips to whatever you need to find a position that's comfortable, and you can be there for 3 more breaths. Nice. Bring the knees back up. You can have the feet in hip width distance apart, knees up towards the ceiling. Bring the left hand under your low back with the palm facing down. And your palm should be in that space that the back creates automatically. You'll feel a nice gentle stretch in the front of your shoulder. The other arm can be up above the head. 5 breaths here. Relax into it. Let's switch sides. Slide that one from underneath gently. Can bring it above the head, and now the right one comes underneath the back in that space that the spine creates in between your body and the floor. Four more deep breaths here. And gently release, hug your knees to your chest. Just hug them in, enjoy the stretch, maybe rock from side to side. Then roll us on a side and come to seated. Bring your arms up. Hold the left wrist with the right hand, lift up and then side bend. Switching sides, lift and bend. Back to center, release, roll the shoulders back. Go back to your neutral position, maybe a bit taller now than before. Take a nice deep breath in, out through the mouth. And thank you for joining me today. Bye.